Well, the action continues unabated. We move up to the 69-kilogram welterweight division. Denis Lazarev of Ukraine Otamans taking on Luis Alberto VERON, making his World Series boxing debut tonight. Is the man from Buenos Aires.
69 килограмм ровно.
Comfortably inside.
Лазарев. Трехкратный чемпион Европы среди молодежи, серебряный призер чемпионата мира Денис Лазарев. 68 килограмм, 800 грамм.
You see the difference in stature. The compact 5'6" Denis Lazarev taking on the comparatively towering 5'11" Luis Alberto VERON. Let's get the introduction.
Сьогоднішньої матчевої зустрічі у ваговій категорії до 69 кілограмів. І у синій кут рингу запрошується боксер з Аргентини Луїс Альберто Верон.
Well, what a moment for this young man. Luis Alberto VERON, 21 years of age, from Buenos Aires, Argentina, the nation's capital. And he is skipping his way to the ring ahead of his World Series boxing debut. Good credentials in AIBA open boxing this man possesses. How will he fare over the longer duration of 5 3-minute rounds? Expression betrays no lack of confidence as he awaits the arrival of Denis Lazarev of the Ukraine Otamans.
У червоний кут запрошується боксер українських атаманів Денис Лазарев.
Команда лучше, сердцем храбрых и отважных, сплотила воедино в себе воинов бесстрашных. Братьев по духу, ведомых одной целью, глаза горят у них жаждой боя и стремлением. Нет ничего радостней битвы, назад ни шагу, любой из них
Once again, ceremonial soldiers accompanying the ring walk of a boxer from the Ukraine Otamans, and here it is Denis Lazarev, a chunky, compact boxer at 69 kilograms. First season in World Series boxing, but he got off to a winning start in week 1, looking to extend that winning streak and indeed extend the lead enjoyed by the Ukraine Otamans. It currently stands at 2-0 after contest in the flyweight and lightweight divisions. He will be keen to continue the winning tradition that is being laid down here at the terminal in Brovary. He prepares to face Luis Alberto VERON, World Series boxing debutant for the Argentina Condors.
Mariusz Горний, Польща, Вероніка Зжукс, Угорщина, Алішер Алтаєв, Казахстан, Клаус Бідеман, Данія, Хасан Зубі, Марокко. Рефері у ринзі Альбіно Фоті, Італія. У синьому кутку рингу 21-річний представник Аргентини, переможець національної першості 2011 та 2013 років, переможець багатьох міжнародних поєдинків, член національної збірної Аргентини. Для аргентинського боксера цей поєдинок стане дебютним у змаганнях ВСБ. Луїс Альберто Верон. У червоному кутку рингу 24-річний отаман з Хмельницького. Зріст 170 сантиметрів. Срібний призер чемпіонату світу. Трикратний чемпіон Європи серед молоді. Переможець турніру найсильніших боксерів України. У першому колі ВСБ його яскрава перемога принесла нашій команді дебютну перемогу у 4-му сезоні ВСБ. Денис LAZAREV.
Please, boxer. No need, no holding, no lobby, no the neck. It's okay, good like.
Well, the contrasting statures make for an intriguing bout in prospect between these two boxers. The muscular figure of Denis Lazarev
Box.
taking on the tall, rangy boxer of Luis Alberto VERON. So here we go then, 5 3-minute rounds in the 69-kilogram welterweight division. World Series boxing action coming to you from the terminal in Brovary. Group A, and the boxer representing the home team is wearing blue trunks trimmed with yellow. That is Denis Lazarev, the 2008 national champion at 64 kilograms. Here competing at 69, where he's moved up to from some time ago, and he's competing against the 2-time national champion of Argentina. That is Luis Alberto VERON, making his World Series boxing debut. First time out without the vest of the AIBA Open Boxing Code. It'll be his first time without a head guard as well. So plenty of new sensations being experienced for the first time by VERON, who is coming out with a busy left hand that he's shooting from his waistband in an effort to keep the compact figure
Head up.
of Lazarev at bay.
Stop.
Oh,
Head
now
up.
a right hand on the
Box.
break from VERON. Now, in fairness to him, the referee did not say break, he said head up. So why not continue punching? So he just got picked off with a good shot from Lazarev as he's coming forward. Good left hand to the rib cage from Lazarev. Loves to wage war to the body. And if you can get inside those tentacle-like arms of VERON, you can bet that that lengthy torso, providing a big target, will be targeted by the short-armed puncher from Ukraine. So beyond the halfway stage of this opening round, bobbing and weaving and bustling his way inside once again is Lazarev. Good left-right from VERON. VERON just finds himself in a little bit of a tangle. Again, being told to keep his head up by the Italian referee, Albino Fotti.
Head up.
Holding and hitting on
No
the inside.
holding, no holding.
And this will perhaps be a new experience for him, because previously in AIBA Open Boxing, when it was at close quarters like that, invariably the referee would break up the action with a command of stop or break. Here in World Series boxing, and indeed the new interpretation of AIBA Olympic boxing rules, boxers encouraged to work away on the inside and at close quarters. We saw that extensively during the course of the recent World Championships in Almaty, Kazakhstan.
Head up.
So how will VERON adapt and adjust to World Series boxing? Certainly knows his way around a boxing ring, that much is apparent. But it's a new set of interpreting, it's a new interpretation of the rules, and indeed a longer duration that he's going to have to get to grips with here tonight. There was the right hand that VERON sneaked through in the early stages. Look at that for a punishing jab. Despite being a shorter man, through timing, able to beat the man to the punch and jolt his head back, causing him to miss with his own left hand. But it's VERON who has taken the opening round for all three judges. His dexterous boxing clearly favoured by the three scoring judges ringside, who are using a 10-point must system. And this, a first in the context of this match. It is the first time that a Ukrainian boxer, a home boxer, has dropped a session in unanimous fashion. The first opening round, a Ukrainian boxer has conceded. So we move into the second round. Luis Alberto VERON, making his World Series boxing debut, acquitted himself very well indeed during that opening round and took it in unanimous fashion against another boxer in his first season of World Series boxing, Denis Lazarev, representing Ukraine Otamans, the shorter of the two boxers, wearing blue trunks trimmed with yellow. But again, just being peppered and forced to eat that tantalizing left hand from VERON. Hasn't negotiated it successfully in this opening round. And again, wonderful variety being exhibited by VERON with that single shot.
Head up, head up, head up.
Right hand just perhaps sneaked around the back of Lazarev's left glove. Not able to get in close. He's there now, but then not really letting his hands go. See him pinning the head of VERON with his left arm and then clubbing away with the right. And it's VERON who gets the admonishment. Almost was teeing up the head of VERON like a golf ball with that left forearm. Approaching the halfway stage of this second round, and while LAZAREV is getting himself to close quarters, not really targeting the body as we would expected him to. Possesses a terrific body punch with the left hand in particular. The left hand he threw to the head just caused VERON's head to rock back, but it was more of a cuff with the forearm as the shot was long. Now this is the range where VERON wants it. When he can use that educated left hand, well, this is a fight that appears to be in his control. But then he gets to this type of range, and neither man seeming or demonstrating being particularly adept at fighting at close quarters. VERON again raises the ire of the referee Foti from Italy. But when it's at this type of range, long and mid-range, VERON acquitting himself very well indeed. But here, you expect LAZAREV to be working away, but really isn't doing so with any consistent effectiveness. So plenty of misses being traded as now it's at close quarters once more, and you see LAZAREV using the same tactic of just teeing up the head with that left forearm and punching away with the right. Approaching the 10-second clapper here in round number 2. Long left hook was on the glove, but then that right hand to the body response from VERON was effective. LAZAREV marauding forward once more. Another good round of the moments where there was good boxing. This man perhaps having the better of it. Plenty of wrestling, plenty of grappling. But when it was at close quarters, neither man, for my money, was proven to be particularly effective in that particular mode of the noble art. So VERON taking the second round for 2 of the 3 judges. So one judge has it tied, and it's a 2-round advantage for the man from Argentina for the other 2 judges. Number 5 judges at ringside, 3 of them selected randomly without their knowledge before the opening bell of each contest, and those are the scores that will go on to determine the outcome of the bout.
Round 3.
So we move into round 3. Denis LAZAREV, who got his World Series boxing career off to a winning start in week 1 against Nodirbek Kozimov of the USA Knockouts, although he's from Uzbekistan, finds himself trailing here for 2 of the 3 judges. And that has elicited a rather more aggressive start to this round number 3 from LAZAREV. But it's that back at long range where VERON has appeared the master to this point in the contest, particularly when he uses his long left jab. Put a couple of nice body shots together at close quarters as well, but for the most part the work on the inside was rather scrappy. That was a nice lead right uppercut that wasn't too far away from VERON. But when it's here, that is where one anticipated the muscular, compact figure of Denis LAZAREV, 5'6", 168 centimeters, taking on 1.8 meters or 5'11" of Luis Alberto VERON. When it's here, you really expect LAZAREV to wage war to the body and target that big, long torso that VERON possesses at 69 kilograms. But he hasn't done so. Just making VERON miss there, but not getting off any offense of his own. is Lazarev.
Get up. Non-holding, non-holding, non-holding.
It's VERON's World Series boxing debut tonight, so going to be a brand new experience to go beyond this third round. Exchange of shots, but the fighters fall together once more. Back at distance without the intervention of the referee. And you see the shots of Lazarev, a lot of them landing with the forearm, the shots going long, struggling to find a range. Against VERON.
Break.
Dropped the opening round in unanimous fashion. 2 of the 3 judges gave the man from Argentina the second round, as again VERON continuing to shoot over the top with his shots rather than finding the target. That right hand brought a round of applause from the crowd. The left hand that followed was effective as well from Lazarev. Good left hook, but the fighters got back to mid-range from VERON. Once again, untidy on the inside once more. Taking turns, almost to just then nudging shots towards the back of the head of each other. And you suspect that fatigue is becoming an increasing factor in this contest now, because particularly on the inside, when they're testing the strength and grappling and locking horns, it's increasingly untidy with very little effective work being done. So round 3 comes to an end. Again, there you see the evidence of the forearms that are landing when Lazarev launches his attacks. The left hand was good, but the right and left which followed, really not scoring punches. But his aggression has been enough to take the bout for 2 of the 3 judges at ringside. So a really intriguingly poised contest now. And this young man is about to enter brand new territory. 21 years of age, making his World Series boxing debut. He's about to hear the MC intone round 4 and experience it for the first time in his competitive boxing career. I don't doubt that he will have sparred for longer than that, but almost taking every precious second on that stall during a minute interval before emerging into what is a brand new experience for the man wearing blue trunks trimmed with white. Luis Alberto VERON boxing a 4th competitive round for the first time in his career. It's his World Series boxing debut. Is representing the visiting Argentina Condors. Took the first round in a unanimous fashion. Took the second round for 2 of the 3 judges before conceding the third round for 2 of the 3 judges. And just wonder, is fatigue becoming a factor for both of the fighters, but particularly VERON? Oh, what a right hand! Long looping right hook just stopped Lazarev in his tracks. He's continuing to pour forwards, but was buzzed by that brilliant single shot from the man from Argentina. Minute gone, here in the 4th round. Everything to compete for in this 69-kilogram welterweight bout. Ukraine Otamans leading their visiting Argentina Condors by a scoreline of 2-0. So VERON knows what's at stake. If he concedes this contest, the visitors have no chance of recording their first win here in World Series boxing. So that's what's at stake. Not just a winning debut for him, but giving his team a continued foothold in the contest. Defeat here would spell the end of the match for the Argentina Condors in their quest to get their first win on the board here in Season 4. If he can summon up the strength and the skills to produce a win, then he would get himself a W, and his team would remain in the hunt as they would bring the scoreline back to 2-1 rather than trailing by 3-0. Good left hand once again to the body from VERON. When he shoots out that left hand from the hip, as he finishes that shoe-shine combination with a left hook to the head. Again, plenty of aggression from Lazarev. But VERON just becoming a little bit more ragged now. He's dipping down at the waist and he's just losing his footing. Two-punch combination to the head brings a round of applause from the crowd here at the terminal. But those languid snaking shots are just enough to disrupt the rhythm of Lazarev. Had a mouthpiece dislodged. It's the mouthpiece of Lazarev, and you saw on that wide shot just how fatigued VERON was. So to have used that intermission just to get some energy ahead of the bell for round number 4. This contest really delicately balanced. 10-second clapper sounds. Good left jab from VERON once again. Balled backwards to a corner by Lazarev, who continues to be aggressive but really isn't landing or scoring effectively for my money during that closing exchange. But his aggression was enough to steal the 3rd round for him for 2 of the 3 judges. How will they score round number 4? That was the punch of the round. That was the punch of the fight. Looping, languid right hook just stopped Lazarev in his tracks. Did respond with a right hand of his own, did Lazarev. Clearly in good condition. But we move into the 5th and final round of this 69-kilogram contest. The Argentina Condors looking to stay alive. And again, look at that, tied on 2 scorecards, 38 points apiece, as VERON has taken the 4th round for 2 of the 3 judges. So everything to box for in this 5th and final round of World Series boxing action. The 69-kilogram welterweight division between the home fighter wearing the blue and yellow of the Ukraine Otamans. That is Denis Lazarev, the 2008 national champion, who's just having some running repairs to the tape and lace some binding of his left glove. 2008 national champion of the Ukraine at 64 kilograms, winning 5 bouts to take that national title. And then in 2009, 10 and 11, when he moved up to 69 kilograms, a 3-time runner-up, each time losing the final to Taras Sheleshchuk, the 2011 World Championship gold medalist, the 2012 Olympic bronze medalist at 69 kilograms, we lost to Fred Evans. So Sheleshchuk must be a boxer who really Lazarev is sick of the sight of. But he's continuing to compete with all his might here in the 5th and final round in a contest that is delicately poised. He's only taken 1 round in majority fashion, and that was round 3, where he took it for 2 of the 3 judges. Round 1 was taken in unanimous fashion for VERON. Round 2 was taken by the Argentinian by 2 of the 3 judges. Round 4 was taken by the Argentinian boxer for 2 of the 3 judges. So here, everything to box for in the 5th and final round. And the crowd here at the terminal in Brovary really trying to encourage and inspire their man. This, the ultimate of individual sports, but the crowd trying to make their presence felt and spur him on to a victory for the Ukraine Otamans, as the mouthpiece of Lazarev is dislodged once more. And often when that happens, it can be an increasing sign of fatigue, as he takes a hearty slap on the back from their head coach, Valentin Sobolevsky, because he knows that this fight, this contest remains in the balance. If Lazarev can win it, then it's good night Condors, because it will be an insurmountable 3-0 lead in favor of the home team. But if VERON can extend the advantage that he enjoys, well, the Argentina Condors will have a foothold in the contest and reduce the arrears to 2 bouts to 1. We're beyond the halfway stage of the 5th and final round. Both boxers can continue to compete with all they have. Looping right hand got through from VERON a few moments ago. Good right uppercut during that exchange from VERON. And the more eye-catching work is coming from the man from Argentina. LAZAREV continuing to box and compete, but really he's missing an awful lot despite letting his hands go aplenty. 40 seconds to go in the 5th and final round. Right hand from LAZAREV wasn't too far away. Leaning on and trying to tee up the head of VERON with his forearm once more. The bindings come loose on his right glove after having it repaired on his left glove. Good right uppercut at close quarters once again. And in these closing seconds, the more eye-catching work, the more spectacular work continues to come from the boxer representing the Argentina Condors, making his World Series boxing debut. And both of these boxers been giving a rousing reception in the closing 10 seconds. Showboating being employed as he wound up the left hand and snaked out the left, wound up the right hand and snaked out the left, in a manner of Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran in their second fight in New Orleans all those years ago. But as the closing bell sounds, we now have to wait for the official scorecard to see who has prevailed in this 69-kilogram welterweight contest. That's where the mouthpiece was dislodged, and that brought about a roar of defiance and aggression from VERON, who was really confident during the course of that 5th and final round. His body language, for what that's worth, far more convincing, far more effusive, far more confident during that closing session. Pensive looks on the faces of the Ukrainian coaching staff, because this one has gone to the scorecards. And will it be another victory for Denis LAZAREV and the Ukraine Otamans, or will Argentina keep their hopes alive of victory here in this contest on the road? Anxious looking expression perhaps on the face of Valentin Sobolevsky, the head coach of the Ukraine Otamans, because he knows that this one is a very tight affair indeed. So let's get the official announcement.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee's decision. Judge A, 48-47. Judge B, 48-47. Judge C, 45-50. And the winner by split decision, 2-1, red corner.
Oh, well, you see the look of absolute disbelief on the face of Luis Alberto VERON, because the contest has gone against him. Split decision in favor of Denis LAZAREV. He remains undefeated in World Series boxing. It gives the Ukraine Otamans an insurmountable 3-0 lead. Well, this man acquitted himself incredibly well. He's in conversation with referee Albino Foti because he thought he'd done enough to win. I have to say that I agree with him, because in the 5th and final round, when the contest was in the balance, 2 of the 3 judges gave it to LAZAREV. That's not my interpretation of the bout, but that's academic, because what it means, here you see confirmation, 48-47 twice, 1 judge giving all 5 of the rounds to VERON. So it was that type of contest. Each round was close and competitive, but with LAZAREV having secured victory by virtue of a split decision in the welterweight bout, it means that the Ukraine Otamans have an insurmountable 3-0 lead here in week 3 of Group A action in World Series Boxing Season 4.